situation. It has come now as a total surprise to us that the government of Belize, through the Ministry of Education, has decided that they are going to acquire this land for the construction of a preschool under the EKIP project. We have also been made to understand that it was a different portion of the parcel of land that would have been assigned or proposed to the ministry for them to carry out this project, but they instead probably refused and decided to choose this site, the teacher's site. In fact, if you look at the invitation, it does say that this construction is taking place on the teacher's site. We find this very distasteful. We see this again as an attempt of the Ministry of Education and maybe particularly the Minister of Education to continue his efforts to try and undermine the BNTU as we continue to fight for our rights as a unionized organization.
According to Palacio, several efforts were made to rectify the situation involving the plot of land, but the union was given the turnaround. Palacio says the union will not give up and is calling on teachers to protest the ministry's action.
While I was the national president, we visited both the town council in Corozal and the Ministry of Lands to see what could have been done to try and regularize or rectify whatever the situation was with that parcel of land. And so we are very much concerned because it is the BNTU that has maintained that land in the cleanliness, the state that it is in. They have maintained it over these many years, and no one came to them and said, well, we've canceled your lease, but we are going to use this for this purpose. If there was an opposition that would have been made, we were never informed, and we are just hoping that this is not another attempt on unions like what has happened with the PSU building in Belmopan. And like I mentioned earlier, a payment plan was, or a price was suggested for us to rectify this matter, but again, we were given the push around. Up to now, they have not accepted that sum of money, and all of a sudden now, this is where we end up.
So what is the next step from here? Because from what I understand, that there has been or will be a groundbreaking ceremony for that preschool.
Well, of course, we were told that it would have been today. Apparently, there was some postponement. Some meeting probably was called by the powers that be, and if they, out of that meeting, they have probably decided that they will continue with their proposal to have that groundbreaking ceremony tomorrow. We are asking our members and other teachers in the area to come out and show their discontent and protest against this action.
News 5 was told by the ministry that it has identified 35 parcels of land for the EQIP project. The parcel in question reportedly appeared as crown land in the system and was acquired by the ministry. The ministry says that BNTU has neither lease nor title to the land and thus has no legal ownership over the property. News of an economic downturn caused tremors in the private sector today. Despite government borrowing and spending for the second and third quarter of the year, there has been a decline in economic activity, which spells recession. It also signals that unemployment figures, which in the first part of the year looked robust, will also be affected. To get a sense of what this all means, News 5's Isani Cayetano spoke to the private sector Senator Mark Lizarraga, and we get the feel from the streets. Here is that story.
The contraction of Belize's economy in the third quarter of 2019 raises serious concerns about the overall performance of the country as it relates to the gross domestic product. When compared to last year, during the period July to September, GDP fell by 0.4%. The reduction in economic activity is attributed to a decrease in production in the primary sector, where banana production and marine exports